Okay, it's 8 o'clock and yes, let us begin. Gently circle the hips. I'm trying a couple of new ideas today, not exercise-wise, but technical-wise. I can see on my screen not only the picture that hopefully you're seeing, which is front camera and back camera, change direction, but I can also see the stream that's going to YouTube and that Facebook is receiving the stream as well. It's not perfect, it needs a bit of tweaking. May or may not stick with it, but we will see how it goes. Going to be 25 minutes probably this morning, change direction, because I have a 9 a.m. Oh, that sounded very, very California. I have a 9 a.m. I have a meeting, a thing to do at 9 a.m. So make the circle circlier, technical term there for you, and change direction, and again make it circular, by which I mean bigger, forwards, sideways, backwards, sideways, all 360 degrees, relaxing the hips, knees, ankles. Oh, something strange just happened on YouTube. And bend the legs, relax the legs, circle the shoulders. Fairly slow, big circles with the shoulders. Change direction. Change direction. Trying to relax down slightly, bending the legs a little bit more. Change direction. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Slightly wider, turn the waist, let the arms float around the body. And I've just remembered, my apologies. My apologies if the audio was off. I put the heater on. I mentioned a few days ago that I put a heater in the studio. I put it on and I left it on, and I can now immediately hear that it stopped, how much noise it was making. So I do apologise for the early audio quality. Oh, doesn't that sound posh? Early audio quality, you know. waist moving, turning, the arms floating, the arms relaxed. Trying to do as much with the waist as possible, and if the hips turn a little, that's okay. Keep going. Gradually increasing how much you turn, if you can. Bring the feet in slightly, legs doing the work, arms very relaxed. When the ding dong machine goes ding in 20 odd seconds time, we're going to change to the third one of these three basic exercises. So we did the first one for 2 minutes, and we're just doing a minute each of these two. This one, legs doing the work, arms floating. This one leg, then the other leg pushing up off the ground through the hips into the upper body, waist turning, arms relaxed, floating up diagonally. The more you can coordinate, each. I walked through a spider's web out in the garden early this morning. Long story. Anyway. Keep going. The more you can work the legs and the waist, the more hopefully you can figure out how to relax the arms to get the maximum effect in the arms, but with the arms doing the minimum work. That's what I wanted to say. I hope you've got a splendiferous day planned, a super duper one. And feet, so I don't know, whatever wide that is, gently just transfer the weight from one leg into the other. Nice and simple. Just hold in one leg, the weight just on one leg. Well, 90% of the weight on one leg. Change to the other side. Gentle stretch on the inside of the leg maybe, otherwise just concentrating on the weight. If you look down, the sort of knee and the foot should be in alignment, so more or less. It shouldn't be, squiggly wiggly. Technical Tai Chi term there for you. Now go back, gently moving the weight side to side. You might want to move the feet out a tiny bit more. This is very relaxed, just gently stretching the inside at the top of the legs. And relax, bring the feet in, circle the knee. Supporting leg ever so gently, slightly bent is what I want to say. Relaxed even, you not. The problem with the word bend is it seems like an action word, and it's change direction. It's not about bending the leg in the way you bend iron rod. It's more allowing the leg to naturally, or any part of the body to naturally relax and soften and bend. Change leg, circle the knee. Change direction. Excuse me, something in my eye. Apart from the eyeball, and obviously there's the eye socket, there's the eyeball, and then there's all the bits of fluff that seem to accumulate. What are these things called? Feet about hip or shoulder width apart. Slowly be an aeroplane. Upper arms approximately parallel with the ground. Forearms circling round. Legs relaxed. Sitting back ever so slightly. Whoops. One of the problems I have with the camera, change direction, one of the problems I have with the camera is if I watch the screen, I notice that one arm is higher than the other, because of the angle of the camera, and then I try and fix it, and because what I see on the screen is the front view, what is on the right side of the screen is actually my left arm. Pretty obvious, really, I guess. So I start adjusting the wrong arm, both in the same direction. The trick is either to watch the arms or to watch the rear picture of me. For me, for you it would be the opposite to that, I guess, or no, for you. Oh, it's going to be one of those days, is it? For you, you watch your own arms, you don't watch my arms. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh, what are we going to do with this boy? Oh. Other direction. Well, I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Have I said that in previous sessions? Exercise should be fun. If I haven't said it, I apologise. Exercise should be fun. It can be hard work sometimes very hard work, but it should be fun. And relax. Tuck the elbows in, circle the wrists. I'm just going to come in a little bit closer because I want to see the timer a bit clearer. So I want to say change direction. Both in the same direction. both in the opposite, same direction. Here the elbows are tucked in. The next exercise you can let them come away from the body, and what we're doing is kind of slapping motions with the hands flapping left and right. You could probably do it the same, but I find it easier to do it so they go in towards each other and out. And now we're going to do sort of karate chop type of things. I mean, they're not karate chop because you're allowing the hand to flex upwards as well as downwards. And indeed, were it a karate chop, you would not want the wrist to flex at all. But it looks a bit like a karate chop, so I call it that. And if you didn't hear me whispering then, I said, so it looks a bit like a karate chop. And relax, gently, big circles with the arms. Speed it up a little bit. Speed it up a bit more, if you want to. Find a speed that is appropriate for you. And change direction. Start off with a slower rotations, and then gradually you can build up the speed if you want to. If you can do the arms in opposite directions, do them in opposite directions. If not, just change direction from what you were doing before. Change the direction, either of opposite moving arms or the same moving arms, depending on what you're doing. And relax. Feet a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Gently tilt side to side. It's a very, range of motion exercise, or if you prefer to call it a gentle stretch, you can call it that. But it is moderate. Keep going. Forwards and backwards. As far forwards as is comfortable for you. I'm just going to step backwards so you can see my feet are still wider than shoulder width. Whoa! That was me trying to do too many things at the same time. Keep going, nice and gentle. If you are flexible, obviously you can bring the feet in a little bit. if you're not flexible, you can bend the legs a little bit, or just don't worry and just go down and back as far as you're comfortable with. And relax. I'm just going to come in, circling the upper body, trying to keep the lower body still. We'll start with small circles. The fact that it's a small circle doesn't mean it's easy. It means you concentrate more on exactly what you're doing with your body. Change direction. Change direction and make the circle bigger. Change direction. Now, gently, sorry, couldn't think what I wanted to do there. Well, I knew I wanted to, I just couldn't think how to do it and say it at the same time. As I say, it's going to be one of those days. We're raising, just in case you've got your eyes closed, we're raising the arm and the leg on the same side. Now we're going to raise the arm and the leg on opposite sides. We're not going to do doubles this morning, we're going to do diagonals after a further 10 seconds of this. That'll be diagonals on the same side. And here we go, diagonals, same side. Excuse me, itchy nose. Nice and relaxed. Opposite arm and leg. Gently, leg raises. Doesn't have to be high. I was just seeing what I could do. But nice and gentle is better than up there for no particular benefit. Side leg raises. and making sure you've got enough space for the next one behind you, taking the leg backwards. And circle the hips. Change direction. Turning the head side to side, feet about hip width apart, legs relaxed, sitting diagonally backwards a little bit. Next we're going to be nodding forward, upwards and downwards. A few more seconds. The hands come up to the chest, we nod up and down. Legs can relax a little bit more, hopefully. Look to the front, take one ear, then the other ear up towards the ceiling, stretching the side of the neck. Take the head forwards and backwards. I couldn't think of what the words were for forwards and backwards. Just bring it back, tuck the chin in ever so slightly. Keep the head looking forwards, upright, moving it as a single unit as it twere from the left to the right. Chin down, rolling the head side to side. Chin pretty much maintaining contact with the chest, pretty much. And arms down, head in a big U shape. Keep going, I just want to have a quick look. Oh. The timer is lying flat on the chair rather than standing upright, which was an oversight, but there we go. And relax. That is near as darn it. Well, it's now 30 minutes. So as I said, it is a shorter workout this morning. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope to see you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and so long.